Okay, so I'm here with the bestest, most awesomest truck that Ford has ever made, the OBS F-150. Yeah. So, all joking aside, I love this truck and it is amazing. I've done a lot of work to it if you've already seen the other YouTube videos on the channel. But there's one thing that I neglected to do to this truck from the day I bought it. So, when I got it, I got one key for this truck, and that key was for the ignition. Now, for those of you who don't know, or for those of you who do know, the F-150 OBS and the older ones, a lot of older cars in general, came with two keys, one for the ignition and one for the door locks. And sometimes if it had a trunk, third one for the trunk or tailgate. This truck did not have that. And since it didn't have that, I've been running around with the one key. How did you lock the doors, you may ask? Well, I left this little smoker window open, right? And I would open the smoker window, roll down my window, unlock this door, then unlock that door, then walk around to my driver's side and open the door and get in. So yeah, that's how I've been getting around for a while. And I've had these parts to fix it for months, and I just never did it. So yesterday, I took this truck to a dump, and my dad decided to lock the smoker window because on the freeway, it was really annoying. It had like this really high-pitched buzzy sound to it. When he locked the smoker window, I later went around and locked the doors and went inside thinking that my smoker window was still open. Today, I realized it was indeed not open and that my truck was now locked and I was locked out of it. So I did what any normal person would do. I took a giant flathead screwdriver, banged out my door lock, opened the driver's side door, and now I need to replace my door lock barrels and interior door handles. I haven't had interior door handles either, so that's gonna happen today too. So anyway, it's actually really easy. I already did it on the driver's side, and I'm going to show you how to do it on the passenger side because now I have mastered it and I am a pro. Anyway, pop this guy open right here. Most normal trucks should be a little bit better. Oh damn, this door has a lot of, anyway. So, as you can see right here, no interior door handle. And, oh, yeah, never mind. This is going to be way easier than the other side. So there's going to be one screw here, and then there's going to be a screw right on here that's holding on the little beep bop, the window cranky windy thingy. We do it like that. Open that up, open that up. Looks like nothing else is being held into place, so that's going to be nice and easy. Now, one amazingly simple thing that I didn't actually know is that the door lock barrel is actually held in by a little C-clip that looks like it's for a brake thingy. So yeah, there's a screw here. On the other side, I had a self-tapper here and a self-tapper here and here and here and here. Basically, just find any screw you can and take it off. Okay, so the first screw I'm going to take off is going to be this guy right here. This is the actual window crank thing. It's going to be a T20 screw. Just like that. That comes off nice and easily. I kind of replace these with metal ones later on. Anyway, that's out. It's just slide right off. We want to keep that washer. It's kind of important. Let's see, yoink. Let's see. I mean, for buying a $600 truck, no, $800 truck, there's like little things that you can't really be too mad on the last owner for. And this is probably one of them. Is there a screw in here or no? Yes, there is. And yeah, I know, I shouldn't be using this, but it's late and I don't really want to go ahead and find everything. So the next screw to take out is this guy right here. Okay, there, nice and simple, came right off. So, if you want to get to the actual door lock barrel, okay, so the first thing you want to do is peel back this little guy. Be very careful not to break it. On the other side, it doesn't actually stick back anymore. I think part of it is because of how cold it is. Anyway, probably have to replace this with dynamite one day. Yep, no, I've destroyed this now. Oh, my dumbass probably should have put the window up before I did this. Would have made this a lot easier. Cranky in, window go uppy. So, like I said earlier, this little door piece is actually held on by this little brake clip right here. So what we want to do is get a flathead screwdriver right here, pop this little clip out, And then this should come nice and loose. So let me go get a flathead real quick. So pop in there. There it goes. And get a plier and pull it right out. Okay, this clip is out now. And if I come over to this angle right here, this little guy should be nice and loose right there. So what you do is you put your hand in here, you twist it out just like so, and it basically just pops right off. It's basically held in just like that. You see that little metal tab? You usually take this one out, slide it around, and then pop the new one in. So if you take a look right here, you can see the actual metal bit, and this is the actual door puller. So what you do is you just swivel this around and pop the new one on just like that. Also, when you're popping the new one on, don't forget about this little gasket. It's pretty important. Or everyone says it's important. I forgot it on the other side. So I'll probably put that back on in a bit. And if you look, the truck doesn't actually have it from the factory. Anyway, so this guy's coming up and over, just like so. The new one goes on, just like so. Just like that. Pop back in. So now what I can do is take my key and make sure it works. So here's the key. There you can see it works. So now that that's in, next step is to get this little C-clip that I had here earlier and pop it right back in the door. Okay. I now have a new door lock that matches the driver's side. Now next thing I gotta do is replace this door handle because it broke. And you can see the remnants of the old plastic one here. I bought a metal one on Amazon for like 12 bucks. So let's put that on too while we're at it. Okay, so the interior door handle is like an 8mm. Should be able to see it right there. And it's literally just one bolt that holds this door handle on. I'm gonna take the remnants of the last one off real quick. Now to be replaced with a metal one. I think this might have been a door handle off an older design of an OBS. Maybe the newer one switched to plastic, but I'm not completely sure. But I know it fits and it works really well. Okay, there that goes. Next step is to put this door panel back on. Now, all you need to do, or all you need to keep in mind, is to slide the door panel off over this handle. I didn't have to worry about that because I didn't really have a door handle. But there you go. That goes up and over. Clips into there. Make sure you get this little guy over the door lock, little boopy, whatever the hell it's called. Just like so. Push in all the little push pins. This little screw goes up in here. That's the only screw I really had on this truck, so let's put this guy on and call it a day. So don't forget to put this little washer on that goes over here. Then pop this thing right back on just like that. Put the little T20 torque screw in here. Pop this thing right back over here. And that's on there. So now we just peel this little plastic piece off and call it a success. Well, if you want to see other videos on how to fix stuff on an OBS, follow my channel, because I'm a pro. God damn it. Have a good one. Do whatever else you do on the internet. I'm going to probably tow my drift car to my job tomorrow and use their lifts to get the work done on that. So hopefully that should make it a little bit easier to go drifting. Oops. Have a good one, guys. Peace out. A-Town down. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Actually, I might do the KC highlighter fog lights thing tomorrow. We'll see, depending on how much time I have left.